My buyer is willing to pay over the appraised value, but isn't willing to agree to just any amount. My buyer is willing to pay up to $30,000 in the event the appraised value is lower than the contract value. How do I write this into the purchase contract?
Good question.
It's an aggressive market, and I totally get that. And most buyers aren't willing to just write a blank check for any amount. Now, you can reduce the appraisal contingency dates from 17 days to 14 days or 10 days, but most sellers want the appraisal contingency fully removed. Now, there's an alternative option that'll allow you to cap or limit the amount that the buyer can pay over the appraised value. You're going to want to refer to your purchase agreement and go to section 3L2 and look at the third column from the left. It says, appraisal contingency based upon appraised value at a minimum of purchase price, or then it has a box and a blank space. This is where you would write in the minimum appraised value. Let's look at it this way. Your buyer will pay up to $30,000 over the appraised value, right? If your sales price is $800,000, you would mark this box and write in $770,000. This would mean that if the home appraised for $770,000, your buyer will pay the $30,000 difference. If the home appraises for $780,000, your buyer will pay the $20,000 difference. However, if the appraisal comes in at $750,000 and your contract price is $800,000, that's a $50,000 difference. And if you remember, what you wrote in section 3L2 is that it must appraise at a minimum of $770,000. So what this would mean is that you would go back to your negotiation table. Seller can reduce the price, buyer could pay the difference, you can negotiate or cancel the transaction. Now, I have to warn you about this because what I've often found is that most agents actually don't understand how this works. Hopefully this tutorial helped you out just a little bit and helps you understand how this section is to be written and how you can use this in your negotiations.